Hey yo, I've been wanting to make a LED video for a little while because we've got a Wraith here. We've got some lights on it. We wanted to do the normal headlight thing, you know? And so I've got it like mocked up. I'm getting ready to hook it up to the receiver. I've just got a breadboard in here while I'm goofing around. So let me just hook this guy up. I'll show you what we're working with here. So here we've got some really standard strong LED lights. This is like what you get when you get a light kit online. You might get a little bag of these. These are called super bright LEDs. So when I saw this, the first thing I thought is, well, that's cool, but you know, I've got these LED flashlights. Like this flashlight has maybe 10 of these bulbs in it, and it's a bit brighter, but this flashlight has one bulb in it. Look at this thing. Trying to make this work on camera, but okay, that's this bright light. Here's the normal flashlight with like the 10 LEDs, and here's the bright one. Like it's, you know, 20 times brighter. So what is going on there? Then I found these LEDs online on superbrightleds.com. These guys have a little bit more circuitry. They've got a heat sink on the back, it appears. They're a little bit more work to hook up. You can't just put any voltage on them and see them light up. They want almost an amp. They want like 3.7 volts and 750 milliwatts, or you know, quite a bit of power. So I think if you had a few of these in a truck, you might actually drain a battery quite a bit quicker compared to these little guys that are basically nothing. But with these, you get up in the 200 to 400 lumens, which if you Google around, a lot of these flashlights are maybe 75, and these might be a couple hundred lumen. So we're up in this range now. So let me show you what it looks like when I get one of these lights hooked up in the truck. Okay, I just rejiggered some stuff around, so I've got my same, this is the battery that was in the Wraith. I just put a smaller one in it. It's sitting over here on. I've got my lights dim, so hopefully you can see this. So this is what happens when I hook up these actually super bright. Now, this is actually dangerous. This will hurt your eyes. I had to take like a 15-minute break multiple times before I realized I could just cover these in tape while I was working on them and soldering them up and testing them out. These suckers will hurt your eyes, and they'll light up the road. So what this looks like in here right now, just kind of mocked up, is basically I put a hole in them, I screwed them into the can. They're not sitting perfectly flat, but I'm going to make a little bracket that holds them a little tighter, and then maybe put some plastic around so they don't light up the hood. It kind of just is so bright it glows through the hood. But outside at night, they look really cool. So how do you make these work? In the truck, I'm going to do another in-depth video on this, but basically these guys will just take 3.7 volts and be all happy, and I can put them on a receiver controller and power them through the receiver, no problem. I'm going to make one with an Arduino. But these super bright ones, since we're going to be, you know, maybe a couple amps, I want these on the equivalent of like a BEC. And I also want them on my radio. So I'm probably going to make an Arduino controller, which I've actually got one working, a little bit of a prototype. I'll do a deep dive on another video, but here we've got an Arduino to the battery hookup to a relay. And then this Arduino is going to go to a receiver channel. So when you hit a switch on your receiver, this detects the pulse width modulation, the PWM signal that comes off the receiver, and when a certain value is received, it turns on the relay, which is just sending, you know, voltage from battery or power supply into the light kit. So this is like Wi-Fi controllable. It does all kinds of crazy stuff, but for version 1, I'm just going to make it read the receiver signal, so it's basically a receiver controller for the lights, it's a little ugly. I've got a lot of extra wire here because I wasn't sure what I was doing. This is my mock-up, but we're gonna try and get this in a nice little waterproof box in the back. And I'll take you through the Arduino code to make this work. And I'll hopefully resolder this so it's not a big ugly mess. And we'll take you through that. Stay tuned.